Hey everybody, this is Bob Gundu. I'm here with a review on the Osee G7 Ultrabright 3000 nit monitor. This has become my go-to monitor actually. It is crazy bright, 3000 nits as I mentioned, but not only is it bright, it is super light. And it's so light that you can see it here with my handles that typically I have a cage on this thing because I have a battery mount on the back and I have a wireless attachment. But because this monitor has gotten so light, I'm able to keep this actually very streamlined. So I just have my handles across the top and the weight of this thing is so light that I can actually just leave it like this if I need to mount it to the top of a camera. The other great thing about this monitor, if you buy the kit, which comes with a case, comes with a P-tap cable, it comes with the sun hood, comes with an AC plug, a swivel arm, and it comes with a V-mount battery adapter on the back that you can either, you have to screw it in if you're going to decide to use the V-mount. Since I'm using actually gold mount, that's why I have an adapter on top of the V-mount. What's nice, this is how I'm able to keep the cage very small, is because the V-mount attaches right to the monitor. So I have a gold mount adapter to the V-mount. But with all that, it's still very light and compact. So kudos to Osee for making a all-in-one type of monitor. This is a SDI and HDMI monitor. It has loop out for both SDI and HDMI, which is great. It has a built-in speaker, has a card slot for firmware as well as 3D LUTs. Not only does it accept 17 and 33 cube LUTs, it actually can accept 65 cube LUTs. So that's pretty cool. You would expect a monitor this light to cut corners on the build quality, but I have to say that the rigidity feels very solid. The corners are nicely rounded. I don't know, there's no rattling. It's actually quite solid. I think I could probably drop this a few times without fear of it cracking. So just like their 5-inch monitor, they've gone with a single joystick with no other buttons on here. It will be compared to the interface of the other well-known monitor company. The layout is very similar. You can add pages, add tools to each page. It's got excellent exposure, focusing tools. The 3D LUTs are on there, which is great. Whatever processor they're using in here, it feels very snappy. That was one of my complaints with their first 7-inch monitor a while back. This one is very quick. So when I'm indoors using this monitor, the brightness goes from 1 to 10. I usually have it at 3. Works really good. Outdoors, you can crank it. Of course, the blacks get lifted a little bit, but that's expected with most monitors this bright. But around 3 indoors, I find it's a perfectly well-balanced image, actually. I also noticed online that there's a Steadicam kit available for this monitor, which makes sense. It's bright, great viewing angle, and it has auto flip mode, so when it flips over, it automatically rotates the image, and it does it very quickly. And the price is really good, so it's under $1,000 for a monitor with this caliber of features. So I really like this, and of course the color. I think Osee's been one of those companies that offers a lot of bang for your buck, and one of the great things has always been the color. It's calibrated at the factory, and it's always been really accurate for me. So I don't know, there's not a lot to not like about these monitors. If I had to nitpick, let's see, there's only 2 mounting points, so at the bottom and top. There is this might be a big one for some people. There is no cross conversion. So even though there's HDMI and SDI, and there's loop out for both of those, but there's no cross conversion. So if you put an SDI in here, there is no HDMI that will function coming out of the monitor, and vice versa. The other big thing interface-wise that people get could get potentially confused about is if you are used to the other brand of monitor, you expect the left joystick to take you back to the main menu. And to get to the main menu is that you have to hold the joystick left for a few seconds. And it works, it's just not obvious. So if you're used to the other brand and you're looking for the main menu to adjust certain things like anamorphic mode or the main calibration settings, you may not find them. So that can be frustrating. I almost feel like I need to put a little sticky on here to say main menu, hold joystick, few seconds. But otherwise, yeah, great monitor, great price, great color. I mean, what's not to like? So I have a comparison here of just a couple of monitors outdoors. I almost feel Osee should make a one step up pro version of this with a couple more mounting points, cross conversion, and if you could provide the function to screen capture and then overlay. I find that really helpful on set. So you can find this monitor from Osee as well as from Swit. I think Swit is just rebranding these. Same monitor, just labeled differently. Anyway, I really like the monitor, and that's my review of the G7 Osee 3000 nit monitor.